The top 10 going into 2026 is honestly, it's just a complete farce. Right now, the rankings are as such. I'll put them beside me. What we're going to do today is we're actually going to rank the top 10 in accordance to who's going to win the Grand Slam next. Right now, this top 10, what I'm looking at, it just seems like a complete farce. The information seems like it's being projected by Fox News or the New York Post. Pick one, I don't care. Like, subscribe, helps the channel. Let's get into the top 10. At number 10, we have Musetti, because outside of the sandbox, aka clay season, he's fallen short in many eyes, and that's including myself. So to have him at 5 in the world right now just because of his ranking points, it just doesn't make sense. He's nowhere near winning a Grand Slam. I realize he picked up the pace during the Asian swing, but at the end of the day, he's still very much unproven. So honestly, I'm going to wait to lay my noodles in this basket respectfully. Now, moving on to number 9, we have Alex de Minaur, and this is not because this guy doesn't work hard. He probably works the hardest, and he has a puncher's chance. However, the reality of the situation is this: he has maxed out his tennis game, and he's been getting the minimum for it. He's been going more than above and beyond, and the only thing he can do, in my opinion, right now, and he's been doing it, and we've all been seeing him doing it. He's been going to the net more to take pressure off the offensive game because he's so limited from the forehand wing. His strength is counterpunching, but you can only do that for so long. So I believe, in the words of his most recent wife, the short king's going to have a very hard time finding the slam before the career ends. That being said, it doesn't mean he can't get lucky and stumble into a Grand Slam final. We've all seen it done before. We'll see what happens. Moving on to number 8, we have Shelton. Now, if this was 2028, he might be number 1 on this list. But the fact of the matter is, there's still a lot to be done when it comes to the Ben Shelton game. The most likely scenario, what's going to happen for him, is he's going to break up with his girlfriend in the next 24 months. He's going to go on Demon Time, and he'll probably get a Grand Slam in the next, I'd say 30 months to 36 months. Just needs a little more time. There's no rush. Just enjoy it. And again, it just makes sense. At number 7, we have the statistical GOAT. Last year, the man's eyes were too big for his stomach, and he honestly bit off a little bit more than he could chew. Look, he has a lot more than a puncher's chance. I understand that. It makes complete sense. But he's going to need a lot of help from the draw, and he's going to need to dig deep. And I don't know if he can go through both the Italian and Spaniard to get it done. One of them are going to have to slip up from someone else. However, I do feel like the big two right now going into 2026 have taken their foot off the gas mentally. They've been paid so much. Now at number 6, we have Zverev. This man has been around since the milkman, to be honest. He's much like Novak. He's on the clock. He has another 18 months before his body just begins to give out, and he becomes the second best player to not win a major other than Tsonga and Berdych, in my opinion. I feel like those two that I just named have done way more to push the sport than Zverev and his private jets, to be frank. And again, I say that respectfully. And guys, if you like what we're doing here, please like and subscribe. Helps the channel. Now at number 5, we have Fritz, starting to approach the danger zone, but at the end of the day, I think everything is coming together at the right time. It just makes sense in my head. And I think, if we're going to really guess and think how long it's going to take him to get it done, I say 24 months to 36 max. That body takes a lot of work to keep in top shape. So you don't really want to push it any farther, because it's going to get harder and harder to get that victory, if you will, or a Grand Slam. Now, coming in at number 4, we have Felix. Just because of his age, his game, and his out of everyone I just named, his tennis ceiling might be the highest just because of his technique and his athletic abilities. From the U.S. Open to now, he's been flawless. Whether he's going to cash in on this new look or he's going to fall back to the indoor specialist, we don't know. As they say in basketball, the ball's in his court. Bottom line, though, he's 25 years old, still a lot of time to develop. And the question is he going to get maple syrup on his pancakes today or not? I mean, he's a talented guy. Who really knows? And obviously, we're going to have to wait and see what the 2026 season has to offer. But again, we'll see. Now, coming in last on this list, other than Romeo and Cineretta, we have the most talented guy on this list other than Carlos Alcaraz, because I honestly think this man has a lot more talent than Sinner. I think Alexander Bublik can get a Grand Slam in the next 18 months if he can fight off his imposter syndrome, to be very frank. He's one of the greatest players to ever touch a racket, in my opinion, in terms of skill and talent. He's up there with Nick Kyrgios, and he's up there with Roger Federer. Roger Federer is talented. Rafa Nadal worked hard, and Novak worked hard. There's a difference between talent and just pure. You're gonna work yourself into the ground until you get what you want. You can see Kyrgios wake up hungover and almost beat Nadal. Nadal can't do that. Nadal can't go get drunk one night and show up to the court the next day and probably pull. Like, I mean, he might, but the talent is not the same. You know what I mean? The Nadal's skill came from hard work. Kyrgios just fucking had it. And that's what we're going to see with Bublik, and we'll see if he can manage to pull it off in the next 18 months. And of course, coming in at number 1 and number 2, we have Romeo and Cineretta. It'll be very interesting to see what happens this year. All of us are going to be glued to our seats. We have the Australian Open in a week or so. That being said, if you like what we saw here today, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Tennis Director Wheeler, out.
This is the tennis show you didn't know you needed. We decode the players. We expose what actually wins matches, and we do it in a way nobody else dares to do. If you want hype, if you want honesty, if you want the deepest tennis brain in the game, you're in the right place. Welcome.
Fuck your hoe, cause she like that. Yeah, bitch, fat ass pretty, I might wife that. Niggas swear they